Hello and welcome to the Dark Wolf's Den Show, your home for the paranormal, politics, and much, much more, exclusively on Censored Freedom Network. Now, here is your host, Jerry the Dark Wolf Hicks.
Thank you so much, Roger, and thank you everybody for being here. I am Jerry Hicks, also known as the Dark Wolf, and this is the Dark Wolf's Den Show, your home for paranormal, political, and much, much more. I hope everybody has had an amazing day. I know mine has been the epitome of a Tuesday. Not great, but not wonderful either, right? But it is always wonderful to be here once again with you guys discussing the news going on. This may be a little quicker show than normal. Really didn't have a whole lot to go on today, but we'll see what's going on with the news cycle. There's quite a bit, just not a lot to talk about, if that makes any sense. But let's go ahead and jump in here to the news, folks. First off, the thing that you guys have been wondering about, myself also, is the drones in New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen. President Trump said he would get to the bottom of it, and there was a statement released today. Let's take a listen.
From President Trump directly, an update on the New Jersey drones. After research and study, the drones that were flying over New Jersey in large numbers were authorized to be flown by the FAA for research and various other reasons.
Research and various other reasons. We'll come back to that, folks. Many
of these drones were also hobbyists, recreational, and private individuals that
no, they weren't.
That enjoy flying drones. In time, it got worse due to curiosity. This was not the enemy. A statement from the President of the United States to start this briefing with some news from President.
So, ladies and gentlemen, according to President Trump, via the new press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, who I really like, by the way, but according to her, folks, the drones are just FAA-regulated vehicles. Let's listen to the way she put that again.
After research and study, the drones that were flying over New Jersey on the New Jersey drones. After research and study, the drones that were flying over New Jersey in large numbers were authorized to be flown by the FAA for research and various other reasons.
So let's stop right there. We know the videos that we were watching were not all regular drones. No. Not buying it for a second. There were FAA-regulated drones up there. You know how you know which ones those were? They had the regulation lights on them. But there was something else up there that they were researching. So they're not being completely untruthful here. I just don't think they're being completely truthful. It's kind of that little dance of words the government is really, really well known for doing. So the drones flying in New Jersey were for research and various other reasons. But what were they researching? They neglected to tell us that part. What research were they doing? Is it nuclear sniffing? I want to know. Is it researching the other thing that was in the skies? I'd like to know. I'm really kind of let down by this. I got to be honest with you. Not that they said that it's government. The fact that I don't believe it, and I don't like the fact that this new administration is lying to us. I get there may be reasons they have to. I still don't like it, and I still don't agree with it. Let's hear what else she had to say.
Many of these drones were also hobbyists, recreational, and private individuals that enjoy flying drones.
No, they were not. And the reason we know they were not is because of the ban they put on regular hobbyist drones very early into the events. So we know for a long time what we were looking for at was not hobbyist drones. We know that the orange orbs that were up there were not hobbyist drones. We know that they were not coming out of the water as hobbyist drones. Hobbyist drones weren't going in the water either. Two men go in the water, one man come out the water. If you know, you know. That was a great movie. But anyway, these were not regular, everyday hobbyist drones. Some of them were reported to be the size of a small SUV, ladies and gentlemen. So I do not believe them when they say that they were just hobbyist drones and people just thinking they see something that's not there. That sounds like a deep state answer if ever I have heard a deep state answer. Perhaps they're not giving him the information he needs. We know that they're going to do their best to give this administration every bit of runaround that they can. We know that. We know that for a fact. We've even had people come out and admit they're going to try to make RFK just run in circles chasing things that aren't actually happening. I don't put that past them at all. And if we find out who those people are, they need to be held up for treason and treated as such. If you know, you know. But anyway, the drones in New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen, were apparently FAA regulated and were just flying around because, well, you know, people enjoy doing that. I do not buy this for a second. What do you guys think? This is kind of a paranormal conspiracy, government, all politics, all wrapped into one, and this story is. So I'm not going to flash up the different selections because it's everything this time. But seriously, though, what do you guys think? Do you think they are just, you know, all man-made drones and it's not the enemy? Now, that's something else that they said that I thought was really interesting. It's not the enemy. Well, by which they mean it's not any other country on Earth. Think about that. What did they really just tell us without telling us? They told us it's not the enemy, and FAA was up there doing research in various other reasons. I want to know what the research and various other reasons were. They told us a whole lot of nothing with that statement. What kind of research? Are we talking, again, nuclear sniffing research? Because the people need to know if there's a threat that big on the horizon. Contrary to the government's popular belief. And ladies and gentlemen, there's been something else going on recently. Of course, we're talking about the deportations going on across the country. I'm all for this. I am absolutely all for this. And we know that the mainstream activist organizations do not like this idea at all. And here is, again, what's her name? I got to get used to saying her name. Levitt. Karoline. I am so sorry, Caroline. My apologies. Karoline Levitt, like she's really going to watch this show, was asked about the immigrants, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is just absolutely priceless. Check this out.
Your questions, I would like to point out to all of you once again, have access to the most transparent and accessible president in American history. There has never been a president who communicates with the American people and the American press corps as openly and authentically as the 45th and now 47th president of the United States.
Never mind. That is not the video, although I really like what she had to say there, and I agree.
That's what this administration is hard at work at doing. We receive data from DHS and from ICE every single day. From what we hear on the ground, ICE agents are feeling incredibly empowered.
We'll be talking about ICE here in just a moment.
Right now because they actually have a leader in this building who is supporting them in doing their jobs that they were hired to do, which is to detain, arrest, and deport illegal criminals who have invaded our nation's borders over the past 4 years. That's what the president is committed to seeing. Peter.
Just following up on the question on immigration first. President Trump, during the course of the campaign in 2024, said the following about illegal immigration. He said, they're going back home where they belong, and we start with the criminals. There are many, many criminals. NBC News has learned that ICE arrested 1,179 undocumented immigrants on Sunday, but nearly half of them.
Undocumented immigrants. There he goes again, trying to twist the language back around when that is not the term. The term is illegal aliens.
566 of the migrants appear to have no prior criminal record besides entering the country illegally. Is the president still focused exclusively, which is a civil crime, it's not criminal?
It's a federal crime.
So I'm asking though. He said he was going to focus on those violent offenders first. So is violent offenders no longer the predicate for these people to be deported?
The president has said countless times on the campaign trail, I've been with him at the rallies, I know you've been there covering them too, Peter, that he is focused on launching the largest mass deportation operation in American history of illegal criminals. And if you are an individual, a foreign national, who illegally enters the United States of America, you are, by definition, a criminal. And so...
Dun, dun, dun! So he's going to deport all the illegal criminal. Who's a criminal? Anybody who breaks our laws. If you enter the country illegally, you are a criminal. And to those that have been arguing, well, you know, they've got a right to be here. I dare you to illegally enter any other country on this planet and tell them you have a right to be there. See how well that works out for you. It's not going to work well at all. We're the only country that somebody sneaks in our border and we try to hand them the bloody bank. And it is stupid. It is absolutely ridiculous. And I personally, for one, am glad to see this coming to light. Everybody complains they're not making enough. You know why? Illegal immigration. They will accept much lower wages, which means your wages aren't going to go up either. It is not a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. If you are in this country illegally, you are a criminal. And no, I'm not sorry about saying that. And you know who else would agree with me on this, ladies and gentlemen? A person that I bet you never expected to hear from. A president of the United States of America. This guy.
If you're a criminal, you'll be deported. If you plan to enter the U.S. illegally, your chances of getting caught and sent back just went up. The actions I'm taking are not only lawful, they're the kinds of actions taken by every single Republican president and every single Democratic president for the past half century.
So when people get all upset, Trump's deporting, he's a racist. They didn't call Obama that. Right? They didn't call good old Obama that.
If you're a criminal, you'll be deported. If you plan to enter the U.S. illegally, your chances of getting caught and sent back just went up.
My, how the left has changed, haven't they? Ladies and gentlemen, you heard that right. Barack Obama, November 20th, 2014, said this. And guess what the left did? Hoorah! Yeah, that's right. Let's do it. You know what the difference between that and now is? An outsider. A person that they don't want in government. A person that they want to try to ruin and screw every which way they can. That's what has changed between then and now. That's it. That's it. That's all that's changed. And they think that they can do whatever they want to do. But they can't. Because there are laws in this country. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't just say that to be a dick, to be mean. Folks, I found a side of TikTok today. Yeah, you heard that right. TikTok. I streamed over there earlier, by the way. I know. That's what I said too. But I found a side of TikTok that was disturbing, ladies and gentlemen. I wish it was paranormal. I wish it was something like that. But this is even more scary than that. What am I talking about? Cute winter boots. That's right, cute winter boots. Why in the world would I be talking about cute winter boots on TikTok? Because, folks, they have turned this into a code word. That's right. Cute winter boots. Now, they haven't figured out exactly what the code word's supposed to mean yet. It's got a variety of meanings. But it's basically a cover for their revolution, if they want to call it that. Folks, you remember the last Trump term. The left cut loose Antifa. and let them destroy the cities in this country. Refused to arrest these people, refused to hold them accountable. There's been no federal trials. There have been no gulags that these people have set in. And then they did J6 and tried to blame it on the Republicans. Folks, these same people, and there's so many words I want to use right now, and I'm going to keep it clean. These same people are trying to come together for a mass... What's the word I'm looking for that I can use over here on this garbage-ass YouTube platform? For a mass protest. A winter of love, ladies and gentlemen. They want another winter of love instead of a summer of love. These folks are trying to get pew-pews. They're trying to come together and teach each other how to fight the popo with the pew-pew. This is not going to end well for these people. I beg of you, if you are a person that is planning on doing this, please do not do it. And I want you to understand why you should not do this. Folks, the police have more up their sleeve this time. I don't believe in police brutality, but I also don't believe in mass protests getting out of hand. We have a right to protest in this country. We do not have a right to destroy our cities in this country. And just because you don't like Donald Trump gives you no reason to burn these cities down. Did Republicans do that when Biden took office? No. You know what Republicans did? We went to work the next day. We started fighting for the ballot box, and we won. But what we did not do is come together and burn down cities. What we did not do is kill people, as in J6. We didn't do that. And there was nobody that died on the police side on J6. There were people that died. There were Republicans. They were shot by cops. You know where the outrage was from the left on that one? It wasn't anywhere to be heard. Why? Because it fit their narrative. These news stations are activist organizations, folks. They're not going to report the truth to you. I've seen stuff over on TikTok today under these cute winter boots slogan that looks like they're planning on doing something very deadly in this country. But folks, the police have the ability. Let me remind you, this came out about 3-4 months ago, not even. The police have the ability to use drones to their advantage now. All they got to do is hook a pew-pew to the bottom of a fly and you're done. Do you understand? Things are a lot more dangerous than they used to be. And I don't want to see Americans get hurt, and I don't want to see Americans get killed. If you put yourself in that position, you're likely to get both. That's not a threat. That's telling you what's going to happen if you put yourself in that position. Folks, be safe. We know the left is out for blood. They want to make you regret your decision of choosing Trump. They want to make you pay because this little minority of people is no longer getting their way. They're like a little kid that has the candy taken from them, and they're going to hurt you any way they can. They're going to say whatever they can. They're going to do whatever they can. To those militants out there, you don't know what you're getting into. And you'd best put the cute winter boots back on the shelf and leave them be. Because those cute winter boots is going to end up being next to you in a cute wooden box if you're not careful. The government's not playing, folks. And Donald Trump is not going to put up with that kind of garbage anymore. You burn down these cities, you attack the American people, you will be treated as an enemy combatant and done as such. I would highly, highly, highly recommend my fellow Republicans Do not get involved. I'm going to repeat this. Do not get involved. The police will do their job. They're trained for it. You're not. I know you want to protect your cities. I know you want to protect everything you love about your areas. You have a right to protect 3 things in this country: yourself, your family, and your property. And that's undeniably your right. So don't go looking for trouble. But if it comes finding you, I'm sure you know how to take care of the problem. Ladies and gentlemen, this country is in a bad spot right now. They want a civil war. They want you to regret your choice. They want to make you pay because you didn't choose what they want. This is the left at their best. And now they're going to send out their militant arms to show you that they're going to do what they want to do and you're not going to stop them. But they're wrong this time. The American people are fed up. The American people have had enough. And the American people are not going to stand for it anymore. So if you're one of those cute winter boot wearing people over on TikTok and you're serious about this, I beg of you to stop. And you're not smart by putting cute winter boots and then sitting there with a little notepad flipping it over. The government can read, ladies and gentlemen, so can the algorithm. You're not getting away with anything. All you're asking is for the Homeland Security, the FBI, and the DEA, and the whatever alphabet agency you can think of to come knocking on your door. If you think you're protected by being a leftist, you're not. You're not. So please, I beg of you, don't do what you think is the smart thing to do, if that includes wearing your cute winter boots against ICE. See, this is another thing. ICE. Cute winter boots because they want to fight ICE, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that ICE. The ICE that is out here enforcing immigration. These guys don't realize what will happen if they interfere with the duty of a public official, of a government official. Imagine if the roles were reversed, folks. Imagine if the tables were turned. Imagine if the left wanted to do something and the right said no. The left would lose their bloody minds. They would use every activist organization, i.e. news channel, that they have to try to push you and brainwash you to believe whatever they want you to believe. They would tell you that you're an idiot, a racist, a homophobe, a this, that, and istaphobe for not believing the way they believe. These are the same people that talk about unity, right? Same people that don't like the Second Amendment unless they're the ones using the Second Amendment. The same ones that want to control every word you say. You know, the fascists that want to call you a fascist. Ladies and gentlemen, Antifa is on the loose, and they're wearing cute winter boots apparently. Please be careful. Do not tolerate this garbage, but please be careful. I think that's about all I've got for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Do make sure you check us out over on the fan base. I got to tell you guys, I'm really becoming a bit of a fan of fan base. I am. That app has aggravated me to the ends of the earth trying to upload things sometimes. Not gonna lie. But there's a reason for that. And here's the reason I'm okay with that. Not always. I get pretty pissed off. But this is built by an independent creator, Fanbases, named Isaac Hayes III. This isn't Meta. This isn't Twitter. This isn't Facebook. This isn't any of the other things. This is a absolute fresh from the ground up program. It doesn't have an algorithm or anything like that. It doesn't have censorship. That was my selling point right there. It's got a lot of great audio rooms. Folks, I cannot brag enough about Fanbase. I would definitely suggest you go and check it out if you're looking for a good Twitter alternative. I'm sorry, not Twitter. Tiki Talkie Toki Tavi Tiki Tiki Tavi Tavi, whatever the hell that program is over there. Looking for a good version of that? Check out Fanbase. Also, check us out on Rumble, on BitChute. We post where the new shows are every day over on X. And of course, as you guys know, over here on the garbage platform that is YouTube. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I am Jerry Hicks, also known as the Dark Wolf. And this has been another episode of the Dark Wolf's Den Show. Paranormal, politics, and more. And until tomorrow, make sure you join the Wolf Pack. And we'll see you all later. How? Yeah, that's right.